Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. I've got a Nissan outside. We're gonna do a timing belt on it later, but I can't right now because Black Human's fan is in the service drive. That's fine though, we can get this thing out of the way. Starting the engine. Now, some of you may recognize this particular Nissan Pathfinder. It was here just a couple weeks ago. It was a long time, had not been solved running issue. And what we found was somebody had connected the left side O2 sensor to the right side connector, and the right side O2 sensor to the left side connector. So the engine was all flippy-floppity, and its fuel trims were max positive on one side and max negative on the other side, and the thing ran terribly. And through much troubleshooting, I was able to figure out the situation, and it was a no parts repair, which was cool. Powering down. And now that the thing runs properly again, we're going to replace the timing belt because I do believe it is long overdue. Let us restarting this engine. Did you hear that belt squeal? I'll need to tighten those up too. What do we got here now? 272,972 miles on the odometer. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing backed into the corner of death, and we'll get started. Parts are already on the way. They've been ordered. They probably won't be here until late this afternoon, so this might be a first thing tomorrow project, but we're gonna get started right now. Like a glove. Powering down. See what we have here. Memory serves, it's a 3.3 liter Nissan. Yes, it is. Okie doke. So what we're gonna need to do here is probably pull the fan shroud, the fan, all three of the belts, the intake plumbing. I probably won't have to remove the radiator, but I might, just to give myself more space in there. I haven't decided yet, but we need to get access to these timing covers right here, and another one. Where to go? It's down there somewhere, yeah, right behind all this stuff right here. So we're gonna pull everything out of the way, get access to the front of the engine, pull the timing covers off, and then we're gonna change the belt and the water pump. So stay tuned, because this is gonna be a very good video. Yeah, gravity. Let's see, where do I want to begin? Maybe from the beginning. Where's my pocket screwdriver? I think I'll start with the intake plumbing. That's usually the best place to begin. We'll just connect the mass airflow. The throttle cable, we don't need that for right now. There. I think that's the throttle cable, yeah? Yes. We'll pull that off and set it aside. Got a couple clamps here. There's a couple more clamps right here. Come off, thank you. You know, I'm just gonna take the air filter lid off instead of trying to disconnect that hose. It was giving me some grief there. There we go. Now, unfortunately for me, there's no drain valve on this radiator, so I'm going to have to drain the cooling system by disconnecting the hoses and just letting it run out. I'm afraid I do not have a coolant recovery machine yet, nor do I have a vacuum pump to just suction out some of the coolant, because I broke my vacuum reservoir. No worries, I'll get a new one. But it's kind of low on the priorities. Oh, what a shame too, this is good coolant. Come out. I need to do this without making a huge, ginormous mess, which I have a habit of doing on occasion. There. Now this upper hose is destined to be in the way at some point, so let's just pull this one off. The other side as well here. And I'm wondering if I need to discharge the AC system. This line is kind of in the way, but kind of not. But the neighbor guy did mention something about does not include AC system recovery and recharge. Okay, so next up I want to pull this fan shroud out, but I cannot because there's a fan in the way. So what we're gonna do is reach down in there and disconnect the fan from the pulley. It's got 4 10mm bolts, and then we'll pull the 2 bolts off of the fan shroud here and here, and then the shroud and the fan will come out as one unit, kind of. Well, it's not that they're one unit, they're gonna come out at the same time. That's what I should have said. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break at least 3 of these loose and remove them all the way. And I'm gonna leave the 4th one there. That way it holds the fan in position so it's not flopping around while I'm trying to manipulate the other 3 fasteners. That way I don't have to mess with 4 fasteners, it's just 1 fastener. As long as I don't drop anybody. This is hard to do. Alright, there's one. Oh, that came out with the stud. See that? I did not expect that to happen. Maybe from this side. We'll try it from over here. Yep. And you can't see, but I got the 3rd one loose also. Maybe you can see, kind of. And so I'm wandering around the shop and I'm looking for my magnet on a stick because I'm really scared to drop these nuts. That didn't sound right. And I wanted to unthread it and then just reach in with the magnet and pull the nut out with the magnet on a stick, but I can't seem to find it. Actually, I've got a couple of them and I don't know where they are. The only thing I have left is the magnet on a screwdriver. They're around here somewhere, but I bet they're just stuck to something. Okay, that's 3 of those. Oh, hit you guys with a, well, I hit you. Sorry. Okay. So we'll get the magnet in there. If I can't even reach. This is why I want my magnet on a stick. It's important. Here, watch this. So we'll keep the magnet nearby so when the nut comes off, we don't lose it. Booyah. Alright, so I need to get access to that 4th nut down there, but I can't reach it. So I'm just going to bump the key real quick. It's going to turn the engine ever so slightly, and then it's going to rotate that pulley around so I'll be able to reach it. See that? Just barely bumped the key. That's all I had to do. Oh, and don't ever do that with somebody's hands in the engine compartment. Because should the thing start, you will become degloved. And I'm not talking about latex gloves. That's how you lose fingies. Yeah, see how I loosen this some and then the pulley is going to move. And then it recontacts the nut and then I can't get it to turn. That's what's going on here. No worries. Patience. I almost have it. The concrete guys are cutting granite again. Sorry for the loud buzzing. You hear it? They'll do that for like hours on end. It just grinding away. Not that I'm complaining, because I also make loud noises all day and all night sometimes too. That came out wrong. So anyway, the fan is unbolted. Now let's just disconnect the shroud. 2 more bolts for the shroud. I don't think it's bolted on the bottom. I think it's just like slotted. Whoa, not gravity, come here. So we're gonna find that out in just a moment. Living on the edge. Yeah, I think it's compressed loud noises. All right, what I'm gonna do is shut that compressor off, and I'm gonna reach down here and wiggle the fan off the studs, so that's clear. The fan is now just kind of chilling. I'm gonna pull the shroud up and out, bringing the fan with it, except we're stuck. I don't even know if we're stuck. Come out. And we're also gonna do this without breaking the radiator, because that would be bad. Okay, here's our fan. That clutch is a little weak. It's not terrible, but a little weak. Hey, for 300K, or almost 300,000, I'd say it's doing just fine. All right, so what's next is we've got to pull these accessory drive belts off. Flashlight. Looks like we've got two serpentine belts and a V belt. Come here, light. Oh, I cannot reach. Got it. We also need to remove this coolant hose right here, tensioners, What else am I forgetting? I think that's about it. Then we can get to that timing cover. So yeah, let's pull the belts, pull the brackets, pull the pulleys, pull the accessories, and get this thing apart. Okay, so we start from the outermost belt, which is this AC, looks like it's just the AC belt. We'll take the stud loose. We don't need to take it off, just loose so that pulley can move, because the stud attaches to the bracket on the back side. Now this bolt right here, that runs down and threads into the block that this bolt attaches to, and that is the adjuster. So what we're gonna do is get the right size socket, which is a 14 mil, not a 12. We're also not gonna take this thing all the way out. We're just gonna take it loose enough to remove the belt. Come here. It's stuck. There. We've got some cracking action going on here. See that? Okay, next belt. Same procedure. Try the wrong size tool first. All right, we loosen that one, loosen the stud, and then right up here is the adjuster bolt. We'll loosen that thing next, which is a 12 millimeter. Again, procedure dictates to try the wrong size tool first. Okay, that's 2 belts. And we'll take the pulley with us this time. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go, and that last one looks like it's just for power steering. You see the pulley down here at the bottom. Okay, so I don't see any adjuster bolts, so I think the one that is down here, I was feeling around, I think the one down here is the bolt that holds that thing in position. That's a 12 mil. Got that one right, first try. Let's break this guy loose and see if this is the one we need. Feels like it. Now I do see like a threaded rod right here behind the pulley, and it's pointed that way, so I'm assuming that the adjuster is over there on that side of the pump, but I can't see it. Trying to feel it. Yeah, right here is the power steering line, and then the pump is right underneath of this AC compressor, and I can feel that bolt like right here, but I cannot see it. I think it's a 12 mil. We'll find out. There is 0 working space, especially with this steering shaft here. I actually might have to remove this to reach what I'm trying to reach. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. All right, yeah, well, I got a socket and an extension on it. Ooh, I know. We'll do extended compound wobblies. Check this out, this is totally gonna work. If I can't reach it, I'll just, well, I won't try. This is 100% gonna work. Here, let's back up. What do you guys think? Is this a waste of time? And the survey says negative. It's working. That's totally working. All right. A little more. Come off. A little more. Oop, hit you with a hat. All right, now that adjuster bolt's becoming kind of wobbly and the socket's not wanting to stay on it. There we go. Oh, it's almost there. Come on. This should be fun to put back on later. There we go, got it. Okay, power steering belt removed. We'll make sure to extract the extended compound wobbly bit. Okay, with the belts off, now I think I could pull this this first bracket off of here. Has a series of 12 mils. That one was loose. I missed one somewhere. Oh, I see it. Back, yeah, hiding. There we go. So one thing I'm going to do on this, since there is a lot of hardware, is I'm going to put the hardware back where I found it. And then I'll set this thing aside. I should have taken this AC bracket off and left it on that other bracket. It's going to be fun to reassemble later. I'll just put that on there right now. There. Okay, next up, I think we need to get this hose off and finish draining all the coolant. Remove the bracket for that. And I'll just disconnect it right here at that thermostat housing. 10 millimeters. Is it going to come off nicely or not? It should. I think it's been removed at one point. There's some blue silicone in there. Yeah, it's going to come off. Just, we don't want to do it violently. I don't want to erupt coolant everywhere. There we go. We'll leave that like that and let it hang out and drain for a while. Nice and slowly. And not on my floor. Okay, that's pretty good. Try to drain that hose. We'll just stick that down there. And then it can drain all the coolant that's in the radiator. There we go. All right, we have another bracket for another belt. Looks like 1, 2, and that bolt's already been removed. So I think it's just 2 more bolts. Yep. Here's a good view of the tensioning mechanism. That little stud right there will slide this thing. That'll slide up and down that little track based on how much you tighten and or loosen the adjuster bolt. And then once you've got it in position, you lock down that center bolt there, and that's what locks in the tensioner pulley. All right, now, as it appears to me, I have access to most of this timing cover with the exception of the top side right here. And it does appear that I need to remove this AC line in order to get to these at least top bolts and some of this other stuff right here, so I can take the top covers off. So I'm gonna need to fetch the machine, discharge the system, and then disconnect this line over here at the compressor. I might not yet have a coolant machine, but I got an AC machine, that's for sure. This was my first machine. Now the question is going to be with this is, do I replace the valves or not? You see, I'm a firm believer that every time you service an AC system, the valve should be changed. However, by definition, am I servicing the AC system or am I not? So what do? Do I put new valves in it or do I not? Come on! Hand tight only. You turn them until they stop, and that is it. And recover. Begin recovering now. Yeah, did that. Go. Okay. So while we're recovering, I think I need to get some of these connectors disconnected so I can move this wiring harness out of the way. This should be fun. These have been pry drivered before. I don't want to break it. Miniature flashlight gravity. Oh, come out of there. Why? I know why. It's dirty. Well, this may not help, but it couldn't hurt. Sometimes dirt can get impacted inside of the connector clips, and then they cannot be pressed, and then you cannot release them. Not all the time, but sometimes. That was a finger stabbing moment. Come out. Got it. You'd be surprised at what can be achieved with a pocket screwdriver. I can almost replace the entire lower intake manifold assembly on a Buick Series 2 or Series 3 with just a 10mm and a pocket screwdriver. Become disconnected now. Thank you. One more. Oh, that one's pretty broken. See that? Okay. All right, we'll lay the harness aside. There's a couple more connectors in here. I'm just kind of going down the row. All right, now the harness is very, very, very much out of the way. Good. Alrighty, the AC recovery is nearly complete. Words. So let's get this line disconnected from the compressor. Reach in and fetch the nut. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and wiggle this line while simultaneously putting some up pressure on it, and that should break it free from the compressor and it'll be out of the way. Come on. Oh, there's that vacuum. Did you hear the change of state in the compressor or the vacuum pump? Let's go ahead and shut this down. Pausing. Clearing, and let that do its thing. Alright, so we've got pretty much everything out of the way that we need to pull these covers off. With the exception of this coolant bypass tube thing, but that's just 2 more brackets. And number 2. I think it's just 2 more. Yes. No. Oh, that's not coolant. That's like PCV or something. Look over here. That goes into the cylinder head valve cover. This Datsun tricked me. I thought that was coolant. But that's better. That means I don't have to spill anything. Yay! Yeah, I'll just disconnect this on this side as well. And just pull this thing out of the way completely. There we go. Okay, so I'll take this magnet tray and stick that up there, because it is now time to pull the rest of these fasteners out. So let us remove the upper timing cover fasteners. Now, these are a special fastener they cannot easily be replaced. They're designed where you cannot over torque the cover and then break the cover. But if you lose one and then replace it with something else, you might inadvertently break the plastic cover. Oh, give me that back. And I think just one more here in the center. Is that all of them? Negative. There's one down here. Sneaky little guy. Is that all of them? Yes. Okay. We're getting somewhere now. However, I may be a little premature in my assumptions because we have not yet removed that crankshaft or crankshaft pulley. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. Yeah, I might be pulling the radiator out. If that gun doesn't fit, I know my pneumatics doesn't fit. Hey, maybe I'll get lucky. Hang on, let me try the 90-degree impact. Hang on here. Let me get out of here. Alright, didn't see that coming. Okay, crank bolt came out. That's really easy. Now, do I need to pull this off, or does it just slide off? I don't know. Oh, nah, it doesn't move. I think I need a puller. Just watch, the ease of the bolt removal will be punishable by this thing not coming off. I'm not prying the daylight out of it. I'm just kind of putting some pressure on it to see if it'll move, which it is not. Yeah, I think I need a puller. Okay. No, that's not gonna work because there's nothing for a puller to pull on. See this? Yeah, it's supposed to slide off, so I need to, I guess, pry bar. All right, well, it appears that the puller is not gonna work because that's not how this works. So what I'm gonna do is just give this some love taps and try to break it loose a little bit just by shock therapy without hitting the radiator. I know it comes off this way, but I can't hit it this way, so I'm hitting it that way. Maybe some lubricant is in order. And perhaps a little bit of luck. Or a lot of luck. Luck and pry bar. You can try that. It should slide right off. It really should. It's supposed to slide off. And it needs to. Without breaking. Yeah, the rubber's flexing. Yeah. I know what I'll do. I'll pry on it some and give it some taps. That way it's got pressure trying to pull it away. And then perhaps the shocks of tapping on it will help break it loose. It's not working. No, that's not working. Okay. You know, I'm just going to use a puller anyway, a big one. So I'll put the bolt back in so the puller can press against it. And I'll see if I have one big enough to just grab the outside edge or the lip of the pulley. So I don't know if this is going to work. This is not a crankshaft pulley puller, but it is a puller. Therefore it should pull. Or I'm going to break the pulley. And that would be bad. I don't want to break the pulley. I want to remove it. Okay, can't get that on there. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. Ooh, it made a poppy noise. So it's either breaking or it's coming off. I can't tell. And I think it's gonna come off. Keep an eye on this area right over here. And we should see it start to move away from the cover. Yeah, that's pretty stubborn. That thing's on there. You're gonna go? It's more turns than the first couple noises took. Yeah, so far so good. I can't tell if it's moving or not. You're looking right here. Is it moving? Yeah, I think it is. It's moving. All right, we're getting somewhere. Lose. Probably shouldn't have said that. It's like, I'll show you, buddy. It's still tight too on the crankshaft. This is supposed to just slide in with a Woodruff key. It's super tight. I wonder if some fool put silicone on it. Okay, I just felt it bottom out. That means I'm out of threads on that on the bolt that I put in. Yeah, that was a hard stop. So let's get this puller out of here. Back the bolt off. And then I'll reset it up again. Actually, I shouldn't have said reset it up. I should have just said set it up. Words. It's closer to the radiator now, so I must use extra caution. Oh yeah, it's coming. Good. Looks like that crankshaft seal's got a leak too. I see a lot of oil around there. All right, we're bottomed out again. I'm trying to loosen the bolt for the crankshaft without actually removing the puller. That's about all she's got. Yeah, it's still moving. And this thing is on here. Okay, need to reset one more time. I'm gonna have to pull that crankshaft bolt out and just use the puller against the snout of the crank. If this is gonna reach, I don't know if it's gonna reach like that. And it's not. I don't have enough bolts. Okay. Maybe it's off enough where I can wiggle it. Negative. Okay. I found the extra space. Check it out. I'll take that washer off. That gives me another 3/8 of an inch. Actually, that gives me, I think, unlimited space, because I do believe that the head of that bolt is larger. Yes, it is. The head of that bolt is larger. I'm sorry, smaller than the diameter of the crankshaft snout. It's smaller, not larger. Now, what that means is that as I pull this crankshaft pulley off the rest of the way, it will pass over top of that bolt. And the bolt will stay in the crank, and the pulley will go away. Oh, not lined up. Too low. Off center still, hang on, this is why I don't like pullers. They're fickle little figs, finicky creatures. Okay, moving on.
Here it comes.
Got it. All right, moving on. A few more bolts for this lower cover, and then our whole timing system will be exposed. That one was loose. Ooh, a long one. I'll have to remember that. Another not as long one. Okay. Now we're getting interesting. That's a shorty. I wonder if there's any that come vertically through the oil pan. Sometimes that's a little bit common. Nope, just another horizontal one right here. Ding. Ooh, that water pump's been leaking too, I think. It's wet inside of there. Alright guys, well, I do not have my timing set here just yet. Now, we can see that there's some marks on these timing gears. There's one mark right here, and on the other gear, hang on, bear with me, there's another mark right here. Now that is supposed to line up with that little dot, and this mark lines up with that little dot. Once those are lined up, we can check the crankshaft marks. However, there are some belts, like this one right here, they have a reference mark where they're supposed to line up with those dots. I'm gonna wait until I have that belt kit here before I disassemble the rest of this, because I want to get it all in time where it's ready to remove and then reinstall, but I also want to make sure that the other belt matches up with this belt. So I'm just gonna have to save that for the next episode. Reason for that is, like I just said, I don't have the part yet, and number two, it's 4:30 and I'm going home. So that being said, as always, thank you for watching this disassembly video. Hope you like this video. Please don't on me for cutting it off halfway through. Had I done this in one solid swift motion, it would have been like a 2-hour video, and nobody's got time for that. So we're gonna do two less than 1-hour videos. So again, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and most importantly, don't forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later.